It feels like they were playing the look over here game with Epstein this last week. When you find out what's going into law on Saturday, look over here, while one of the darkest laws maybe ever to be put on the books is going to happen right before our eyes. You see, on Saturday, there's an international law that goes into effect with the World Health Organization amending their updates to health practices, and it's going to be binding international law. And our country agreed to this 10 months ago, as well as Canada and Australia and the United Kingdom, as well as other countries in Europe. And what they're going to have the authority to do without your vote is they're going to have the authority to command lockdowns, medical recommendations for what's going to happen to your medical health, digital health IDs. You see, while we're all over here fighting about other things, on Saturday, your rights are going to be taken away and given to a world body that you didn't vote for. The beast is slowly setting up his kingdom so that what is said in the Bible will come true, that no man may buy or sell lest he have the mark of the beast or the number of his name. Just like we saw in 2020 when they wanted us to lose our jobs and not be able to buy certain things if we didn't listen to what they were telling us to do. Well, now there's going to be an international body with the power to tell you that, and to tell you have to have a digital health ID. Sounds like the mark of the beast to me, but you tell me what you think.
So, ChatGPT, I recently heard that Donald Trump was invited by the Jewish Sanhedrin to an international divine court in Israel. Is this correct?
Yes, that's correct. The nascent Sanhedrin invited Donald Trump to support the creation of an international divine court based on the 7 Noahide laws.
Ah, yes, the 7 Noahide laws. We find this in the Jewish Talmud, correct?
Yes, the 7 Noahide laws are derived from Jewish tradition and are found in the Talmud.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. The consequences for breaking one of these Noahide laws would be capital punishment. Is that correct?
In ancient interpretations found in the Talmud, breaking the Noahide laws is described as warranting capital punishment. However, these interpretations are not reflective of modern practices.
But according to Sanhedrin 57A, that capital punishment is decapitation, correct?
Yes. In Talmud Sanhedrin 57A, decapitation is mentioned as a form of capital punishment for breaking the Noahide laws.
Now, the first Noahide law would be, thou shalt not commit idolatry, correct?
Yes. The prohibition of idolatry is one of the 7 Noahide laws.
Now, under Jewish beliefs, committing idolatry would be the worshiping of Jesus Christ. Is that correct?
In traditional Jewish belief, worshiping any entity other than God is considered idolatry. This perspective includes the Christian worship of Jesus.
I understand. Now, if we was to compare U.S. legislation 102-14 to the 7 Noahide laws, these are practically the same thing, correct?
Actually, Public Law 102 acknowledges the 7 Noahide laws as ethical principles, but doesn't establish them as law. They share some values, but they're not identical or legally enforceable in the U.S.
But Donald Trump has been invited to a divine court to establish these ethical principles internationally, correct?
Yes. The nascent Sanhedrin invited Donald Trump to support the creation of an international divine court based on the 7 Noahide laws.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, ChatGPT.
You're welcome. If you need anything else, just let me know.
So,
the Trump regime just signed an executive order allowing the government to imprison anybody they deem as mentally ill. This also comes as Republicans are proposing legislation that makes Trump derangement syndrome a real mental illness. Now, if you remember, months ago on my main account that got banned because I'm so fucking based, I was telling you that Trump was building concentration camps for those who take SSRIs, antidepressants, anti-anxiety pills. Yeah, so now if you're homeless that's mentally ill. The Trump regime is defunding all of this stuff for mental health, and we're in the middle of an affordability crisis, and now they're saying if you're homeless, mentally ill, or taking any sort of drugs, you're getting thrown in a concentration camp involuntarily. Now here's the thing, MAGA will defend this because, well, they're all fucking fascists.